Elijah Moore, now a New York Jet. This is one of my most interesting landing spots, and oddly enough, one of my favorite landing spots. I was higher than a lot of people on Elijah Moore as a prospect. A lot of people had knocks on his athletic profile. A lot of people had knocks on, route running, this or that, whatever the case was. I honestly really liked this film. I enjoyed watching his film. I thought he was super underrated. The second I started watching his film, and again, seeing all the trash talk on Twitter, you have to do your own due diligence. I was
What
a
trash talk? It was only love for Elijah Moore.
Oh, I must have been in different threads than you were, man. There was a
Dude,
lot of,
we gotta line up our phones at the expo, man, and just look at it because like I think they're just feeding us the opposites of what we actually think.
maybe, man. Because I saw a lot of trash talking on Elijah Moore. I did see some people who were, there's a few stands out there, but for the most part, you look at him now, good buzz in camp, a lot already, saying that he's kind of the receiver that's showing out more than anybody else. And I think it helps that Corey Davis has been in and out of practice with injuries. What's new? He was a good college prospect, in my opinion. He had good draft capital. In my opinion, he's a better Jamison Crowder. I think he's a more refined in every facet of the term. And then you look at the fact that they went and restructured Jamison Crowder's deal. A guy who I feel like has a lot of people who have always pined for him to break out and do well if he ever got the chance. And Jamison Crowder just can't stay healthy enough to really exploit that opportunity. My one knock is I'm concerned with how that offense is going to operate in year one with a new scheme. I think it's a good offense. It's coming over with Mike LaFleur, brother of Matt LaFleur, head coach in Green Bay. So I think it's a good offense. He's bringing along that Sean McVay, that Kyle Shanahan type scheme of how that pro style offense. But so, what are your thoughts? What are your concerns, if any, on Elijah Moore?
Yeah, Elijah Moore, small guy but big hands, man. A lot of one-handed catches out of the backfield. So that's his game, man. Just getting passes out of the backfield and working the yards after the catch in college. But I don't think that's what he's going to do in the NFL. I think he'll get plenty of screens, but I think he's going to line up on the outside. I think that he's going to be an outside receiver for the Jets, and they're a two wide receiver set. So if it's a two wide receiver set, I expect to see Elijah Moore out there. I think he has a lot of value in fantasy right now, and that you can buy him with this Jamison Crowder re-signing news. So Elijah Moore is a guy that I'm taking earlier in the second round than these other names we talked about. He's going for me around 2.2 to 2.4. So that's a guy that I'm looking at 2.2. And I would draft Elijah Moore at the start of the second if Rashad Bateman went at the 112. Because he's the guy that I put right behind Rashad Bateman and in my rankings. So I did a complete 360 on this guy too, Bob. This is a guy that I did not like pre-draft. I did not like Elijah Moore pre-draft because of where people thought he was going to go. People were thinking he was a first-round talent, and I wanted him to go more day two just because I didn't think he was a first-rounder. But, this is a guy that had first-round talent, and people liked him a lot. So I'm all in on Elijah Moore, and I'm not dipping my toes in. I'm putting my feet in. So
There you
yeah.
go. There you go. Do you think? I think he has a chance to do some damage year one. Do you think that as well? That he has a good chance to be? I'm not saying like a wide receiver one or even a two, but somebody who you can flex week to week depending on the matchup, depending on bye weeks, and get a solid wide receiver three start out of a flex start out of. You think?
Yeah, when I project him, it's around wide receiver 36,
Okay.
which is low end wide receiver three,
Yep.
and I think that's good for him. I think that'd be really good for him as a start as a rookie. I think if he can break 600 to 700 yards, that'd be huge. That's a good indicator that he's going to be good in the NFL. And I think he's their real only dynamic receiving option. Not big on Mims here personally, not big on Corey Davis personally. I think Corey Davis offers a lot more than just receiving skill, though, so he's a valuable wide receiver.
Sure.
So I think Elijah Moore is going to have a lot of fantasy value year two, like we've been talking about.